What's up? alexy1 here playing YARDBIRD, and he's playing g6. So we'll have a go at this. Okay, so maybe knight f3 wasn't the best, because versus the Pirk I'm gonna play f4 and now I can't, so we'll try something else. I should have probably played knight c3. Yeah. Okay, so I'm deciding between bishop c1 or bishop g5. So this bishop c1 looks really strange, but it actually has some points. I'm gonna go h3 next, and then I'll go bishop e3 next. So I haven't really lost the tempo, as I want to play h3 nonetheless. So yeah. This is interesting. How does it take? If I take, or if I play d5, I can also go e5, but he could probably just take on d4. I think d5 is fine. Castling long. e6 must be the move here. I'm gonna go g4 in the future if I can. Yeah, if he goes a6, I have to go a4. No, I have to really watch out for something like b5 still. Takes, bishop takes, rook a1, but knight b1. I don't see it. Okay, so what happens if I take? Do I get mated or something? Probably, yeah. Knight takes e4 somewhere. I don't know. Let's just make a cautious move, like queen d3. Okay. I still don't understand what happens if I take. I don't see it. Yeah. Okay. Wow, only +1. So yeah, I should play knight c3 here, and then you can go c6, and then we can go knight f3. This is a normal line here. h3 takes knight d7 or knight f6. I'm not really sure. Knight d7 maybe. Bishop d3, knight f6. Castle and then c5, I think. Something like that. Yeah. Oh no! Damn. I saw. Knight takes e4. So d5. h3, knight f6. Yeah, so you can go bishop d3 here, but knight f6 for him is the move here. So e5, and then you can go knight e4. This is the line, and knight g5 and then c5. This is annoying for white. After knight c3 it is. So there are some lines here. c3 is the more normal move, and you can take and queen a5 here. Oh, knight c6 first then. Bishop e3. Oops. Bishop e3. And then queen a5. This, and then you can take, king takes, and castle, I think. And this is pretty annoying. There's a rook coming to d8, and also after this bishop moves from c8, the other rook is going to c8. My king is in some trouble. The d pawn is weak. For instance, if I take here on e4, he's just better. So this is the critical line of e4 g6. And yeah, it's kind of hard to figure out what to do here. So I don't really know. Anyways, I played knight f3, which is bad, because now he can transpose to the Pirk. And if I go knight c3 and he goes d6, we have this f4, which is good for us, but yeah, this is also playable. I mean, but I don't know these lines. I was trying to get a king's, or not a king's, an English attack going with knight c3. But maybe I should go knight c3 here, knight f6, and then h3. Now bishop c1 seems... Oh man, I keep on slipping. I've got a new mouse, so I have to... Well, the sensitivity is new to me, so... The problem is if I go bishop g5, he has h6. Which maybe is still fine, I can then go to c1, I don't know. I don't know if it's in my favor to have h6 or not. And if I go to f4, he has e5 probably. No, he doesn't. Oh. I've been wrong. Yeah, okay. He doesn't have this. Because if I go to e8, I probably have knight d5 here. No, I don't. Just bishop g3. Okay, so I could have gone to f4. Knight d7, h3, and then back. Oh, then e5. f6. Knight f6. Yeah, this seems fine for me. I should have done this then. Then I should have gone to f4. Anyways, my plan was to go, well, I didn't look at this b6 obviously. It's just queen d2, castle g4, and then just either f4, f5 in the future, or g5, h4, h5. But b6, yeah. I mean, bishop b7 is the idea, I guess. So one of the points is if I don't do anything, he can go c4, and then he can take on e4. For instance, if I castle here, this is fine for him, because he's won a central pawn, and if he completes his development, he's just fine. Now I have h4, h5 though, so maybe I've got some attacking opportunities. So I could have castled, it seems, but he can still take, and he's gained a central pawn as well here. And then he can just put his knight on c5 or something. So d5 seems normal, I guess. Rook e8, castles. Then he went a6, yeah. So normally when they go a6, you always have to go a4, but with my king here, it's pretty scary. Maybe I should have let my king in the center, or I should have castled short, maybe even. But I was so aiming to go h4, g4, h5. I mean, I don't want to put my king here, but maybe it's the best here. Because then after h6 we can just go a4 and we can just bind him. He doesn't really have any reasonable plans. Well, e6 though. But still we just take and play around it. The problem of leaving the king in the center is e6 is then definitely a good idea. Because, well, he's just gonna break open the center. e6, and if I take f takes and t5 is coming, I don't know. My king has to go somewhere. So it seems like I'm totally losing here. Knight takes e4. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's pretty easy. If I take, he can just checkmate me. And if I go queen d3, rook a3. So this is the problem. This bishop is a beast. And just bishop takes c3. That's pretty sick. If he goes rook takes c3, we can either, well, he wants to take here, which is probably fine, because if you take knight g5, something like, if king g8, probably queen e4, I guess. Queen b5, queen e4. Yeah, queen e4 is fine. But he can just take with the bishop. And this is, well, rook a1 is obviously the threat. So knight d2, rook a1, knight b1. Then just simply queen a5 with the threat of queen a3 mate, obviously. Maybe we can still go bishop a4, yeah? Because if he takes, we can take on c3, but he just has this queen b4. Yeah, and this is... No, this is nothing. c4 probably. Oh, bishop d4. Well, still, takes, and queen b4. I don't know, this seems like... wow, that's pretty horrible. So also, rook a1 is probably good. And then knight takes e4. I don't understand how I didn't see this. That's pretty bad. So instead he goes for queen b6. The threat of queen takes b5. And if we take here, then I saw this knight takes e4. So takes and mate. And if I don't take, well, queen d3 is rook a1. Then just mate. So I can't take on e8, so I have to go queen d3 here. And now he goes for knight takes e4, which is just bad. Bishop a6. So if I take on a6, he's probably gonna take back with a knight. And then this knight is coming to b4. Which, well, it's pretty annoying. So I should run away here. He can just take, it seems. Probably can take here. No, just king takes, yeah. And the king is safe on c4. So he has to go queen a3. Probably rook b3. No, probably not. Rook a1. And then the other rook is coming to b1. Oh no, it's not, because he, yeah. So this seems to be winning, but there's this nice little knight takes e4. And this is just crushing, because takes here, king d3, and then just takes, and takes on a1. So yeah, bishop a6 is definitely the way to go here. Knight takes e4 is just bad, but you can still play on here. I mean, bishop a6 is pretty annoying still. If I take, you can take on b2 obviously. And then just knight takes probably, yeah. And then this knight is coming to b4 and the rook is coming to a2 and it's fine, I guess. So bishop a6, what else? c4? Knight d7. Well, I mean, I'm up a piece here, but my king is open and I'm losing some pawns. So it's definitely not easy. Rook a2 here, for instance. King somewhere? I don't know. d3? No, d3 probably something with c4 in the future. So, but this is also pretty scary, to be honest. Well, we shouldn't lose this, obviously. Whereas, well, he resigns here, so. Whereas if he takes an e4 here, we can just resign. It seems. This is just plain bad. Queen d3, just knight takes, then rook a3. Yeah, it's not easy to spot. If I go bishop d2, you can probably just go queen f5 and just rook a1 is the mating idea. Bishop e1. And he also has this check here, which is totally crushing. Because otherwise, if he goes rook a1 here, we can just go to d2, and it seems like there's no big issue here. But yeah, bishop e6 is, well, it's crashing. So anyways, we really got lucky here. So hope you guys enjoyed, and see you next time. Bye bye.